What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're going to be checking out a September drop from Kizer. This one is the Raze. It is your boy Mark Perez design here. S45VN blade, stonewash, flat brush finish, titanium carbon fiber, and a frame lock. So this one should be interesting. I recently checked out the wingspan from New Breed EDC, which is Mark Perez's brand, and I was really impressed. So this one should be very interesting here, to say the least. Ooh, already getting me with that gold color, man. That should be pretty wild right there. We got Kizer's paperwork, a wiping cloth, a sticker, and some additional hardware, which is always appreciated, right? Better have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I mean, one of you viewers was reaching out to me via IG asking for where to find hardware for a Spyderco knife. And in my mind, I'm like, Kizer just includes that on the box. So I absolutely appreciate them for doing that. Anyways, let's see what the Raze is all about. Oh, man. Oh, man. This one is absolutely something here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a closer look. This thing looks like $1,000,000. I want to say, what did the box say? Did it say brass? Well, it is titanium, right? So definitely has the brass vibe, but with this gold color. I'm typically not much of a gold lover, but for some reason, this one here looks really tastefully done. So it's not brass, it's titanium. We do have shredded carbon fiber here on the bolsters as inlays. That's also looking tight, looking pretty good. Some additional mill lines there as well. And it's going to be a frame lock. So maybe they got this wrong here in the box. It's not a frame lock. Looks like it's going to be a liner lock. So here we go. We got an opening hole and a front flipper. If you're ready, I'm ready. Come on now. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now, Mark, my man, talk about a pokey tip right there. That is absolutely insane. Let's check out what this one is packing here. That is an insane blade. I can see where the stonewash portion is at, and that's definitely in the flat grind. Then I can see the flat brush, right, horizontal brush going on, right, in this section here. Of course, we got that opening hole there. We said this is S45VN steel. Kizer branding, and then New Breed EDC Raze, right, and the steel on this side. So not too bad, right, not too crazy on the billboarding department. Now I do like that the front flipper is nice and jimped all the way around. So let's try that again. Yeah, I just need to calibrate, but that is feeling pretty good right there. Man, come on now. Okay, Mark, I see what you're up to. All right. Before I get carried away, that front flipper feels good. Reach around works. Side of the index finger also works. Now, of course, I'm going to use a nice hole right there. Oh, yeah, that hole feels good. Oh, yeah, that opening hole definitely is functional. Thumb deployment feels good as well. All right, so all deployment options feel nicely tuned. And then we look at the whole thing here open like that. And man, this is a very nice looking knife. I'm going to set it down here so you guys can take some pictures. I know you guys like to do that. Miguel, put the knife down, man. You're moving around too much. What's the matter with you? I got you, fam. I got you. There it is. All right, take a look there. For some reason, again, I'm not a gold guy, but this gold color is just, I don't know, man. It's really a good looking gold. I'm not going to lie. And that kind of gives me brass vibes, even though it's titanium. Got the pocket clip here, which is blacked out on this one, right? No pull, so that's titanium as well. We do have liners, obviously, in the liner lock side. Otherwise, it's nice and milled on the opposite side for ray reduction there, as you can see. And then we got a black backspacer also on here. I'm sure that's going to be tight as well. Getting some pull from the liner, which is on this side, obviously. Other than that, we got stainless steel hardware, stainless steel pivot. But man, oh man, this is one crazy looking blade here. What are we calling this? A clip point, right? It's not necessarily a drop point. It's a very straight clip point, if you ask me. Right, you guys be the judge there. Let me know. Nice little drop shot action there. I gotta sort of shake it a little bit because obviously it has to break in. This thing is going to be on ball bearings. It has an internal stop track or internal pin track right there for the stop pin. Digging that. And it being a liner lock, let's see, we have good access from the show side here to the liner. The liner itself is nice and contour. Very easy to push to the left there. No issues. And the lockup is going to be, what, about 10%, 20, you know, around there, right in that ballpark, 15, 20% or so. There's your detent ball. And let's see, as far as the detent goes, okay, nice and not too stiff, not too weak. I mean, enough to make a front flipper work like it should, as you would expect. And there's just something about it that just looks elegant, man. I can't get over that. Now, ergos, I mean, ergos are going to be pretty good. You don't have any sore spot, hot spot anywhere. The pocket clip itself could be a sore spot, but not too much. I'm going to give it a good, let's say, 9 out of 10 right there. I'll only feel it if I squeeze really hard, but other than that, it gets the job done. It's not reversible. At least it doesn't seem like it. There's a cutout here on the show side for the pocket clip, so something to keep in mind there. And as far as how deep carry it is, it will be about this much, right, into the pocket. So that's not bad at all. Blade alignment looking good, smack in the middle as you would expect. And let's see, nice and robust. No movement there side to side, up and down on this liner lock of any kind. Digging that. So yeah, man, talk about a gorgeous looking piece, right? Starting the September drop here with a banger, no doubt about it. Do some quick size comparisons here, rapid fire. There is the MSI. Here's the Microtech stitch, right? Those are going to be a little bit bigger, as you can see. Here's the PM2 and the Para 3, right? Very similar to the PM2. The Para 3 is a little bit shorter. And here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad, right? It's a little bit shorter than the Kunwu Chad, obviously longer than the Demko AD 20.5, but hopefully that gives you a ballpark idea there, more or less, where this one lands size-wise. So we'll get a quick measurement here. I don't know that I can fit it all on screen there, but let's see. Coming in at a whopping 8 inches overall length, 3.5 on the blade, 3 1/4 it looks like on the cutting path, and about just a little bit shy of 4.5 inches on the handle, so like 4.4 inches or so on the handle. Quick weight on this guy, of course, here. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and get that set up. But before I do that, let's see. Blade stock thickness coming in at 0.11, which is a little bit thinner than the 0.12 average in the channel here. And the handle is at 0.52, which is a little bit thicker than the 0.5 average in the channel, but clearly not by much. Now, obviously, we already saw this one has some milling on the inside. I want to say it is definitely an 8-inch knife with titanium. I'm going to go 4 ounces, somewhere around 4, maybe 4.5, somewhere in there. Okay, how about under, right? How about under that? That's crazy. 3.7 ounces or 104 grams, right? That is not bad. Perfect for EDC. Not even 4 ounces for this size knife. I'll take it. Obviously, you got carbon fiber. That also helps a ton there. So not a heavy knife at all in any way, shape, or form. But of course, you already know what time it is. Time to get scientific with it here, if you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and get a 5x zoom here. Piece of paper, S45 VN steel. There we go. Oh, I absolutely go into that paper like nobody's business. I got like half an 8.5 by 11 piece of printer paper here. And man, oh man, beautiful slicing work, no doubt about it. And a lot of cutting path too. Like that is definitely a good amount of cutting path, not to mention the pokey tip right there. That's going to be stabby-doo, if you know what I mean. So it's going to do good with punctures and, you know, thrusting and things like that. Depending on what you got going on. But yeah, clearly you can cut paper, right? No doubts there. Cutting some single wall piece of cardboard at a diagonal angle here for better performance. It's gonna look something like this. By the way, good jimping here on the blade. Allows me to grip nicely. And here we go. Oh yeah. There we go. I gotta make sure I don't sink the corner here. By the way, good plunge grind situation there. You won't be getting a smile here anytime soon. So that's good. And bam, boom. I mean, flat grind putting in work, and the fact that the blade is not all that thick either. All of those things work, you know, with one another to really improve the performance there, cutting performance. After I'm done here, I'm going to give it a nice little wipe. The dual finish on the blade is also interesting, right? Combining stone wash with a horizontal blade rub right there. That is absolutely something I personally haven't seen before. So, Mark, way to go. That is a beautiful finish on this thing. And again, I don't know if this is a 10th time already, but man, I cannot get enough of this gold. I don't own any gold knife like this one. And right away out of the box, this one just speaks to me like crazy, right? That is absolutely beautiful. Guys, rate this thing in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10, right? How sharp is it? Rate that factory edge, 10 being the sharpest. You all let me know. Even the little detail down here for the jimping, right? It lines up perfectly with another jimping. Additional jimping on the handle. So if you want a forward choke on this guy, you can all day, right? Hammer grip back here, still accommodating all 4 fingers. Full 4-finger grip all day. And then boom, forward choke. That's where it's at. Absolutely loving it. Well, there you guys have it. That is the new Kizer Raze. Again, a collaboration with New Breed, EDC, aka Mark Perez. And I don't know if you got the hint already or not throughout the video here, but I'm already a huge fan of this one. Absolutely loving it. Man, what a banging knife. What a good looking piece. Absolutely, I'm here for it. Right, all day, every day. Just Mark has a way of designing some good looking blades, and I'm typically more of a sheep's foot warning kind of guy, but this clip point right here has got me sold, guys. Definitely love to hear your thoughts on this one. What do you all like about it? What do you all love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. And as usual, guys, I'll have all the links for this knife and every other knife you saw in this video linked down below in the description and pinned comments. If you guys want to see more details, prices, availability, and variants, make sure to check those links. Those help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.